Hello and welcome RCSchim in the hangar. Today I'm gonna be talking about FPV goggles, 2 new box goggles, and I also picked out all my available goggles to tell you about the differences and which goggles I still like the most. Okay, first let's take a look at the Eachine Goggles 2. They sound quite promising and I will tell you if they are actually that good. I mean, they have a full HD display, HDMI in, they have a diversity receiver, even comes with antennas, a battery, so looks like the full package. I mean, it doesn't have DVR, but yeah. And on the other side we have the version 2 of the already cool Quanum Cyclops. I have my Lazy Susan prepared for you, packed with these 2 goggles. So, as I said, let's just take a first look on the Eachine Goggles 2. They have a built-in diversity receiver, that's good. What's not so good is its reversed polarity antenna connectors. I don't like this, so not the standard like immersion antennas fit here. But you get a Spironet type, a skew planar wheel and a patch. It feels okay. It's some EPO or styrofoam. It has the battery placement on the back for counterweight. Forehead support here and some really soft foam, and you get an additional one. This thing fits nice to your head, so that's really comfortable to wear, and the weight distribution is fine. The goggles are not too heavy. Here is the weight. 2200 2-cell LiPo. It uses standard barrel connectors in the back. On the side we have a video in, video out connector here, and some plus minus, menu button, video source switching and scan button. So this thing does autoscan. In my test it didn't find my frequency exactly, so it's better to set your own frequency via the menu screen. But things that come with the Eachine are some additional foam things, cables like this audio video in out cable, a manual, but yeah. On the other hand, we have the Quanum Cyclops version 2 and they are brand new. I think they're out this week, so check out Hobbyking if they are already available. The case is totally the same. It's only one antenna as well, so no diversity. On the old goggles you just had menu plus minus and an autoscan button. And you could not manually set the frequency, which is it's terrible, a terrible idea, but it was clearly for the beginners. And I have to say one thing about this autoscan button. This thing hits the frequency really good. So not like on the Eachine where it doesn't find the frequencies good. This finds it accurately. So you can move around the Fresnel lens with the slider a bit. It didn't have that much of an effect for me. You have a battery pouch in the back as well, and the battery pouch is a bit larger on this. This was designed for a 9-volt block battery, which is an awful idea. But I could fit in a 1300 milliamp 3-cell LiPo there. This is a better fit. It's SMA, so that I prefer that. It's an SMA antenna connector, but it's only one. There is something here that looks like something, but it's nothing. So I think the Cyclops version 3 coming out next year will feature diversity, HDMI in and have a DVR. So they tend to release it in steps, so you have to buy it each year new, but okay. And as I said, the scan button really works good and finds your frequency, but you also have a band and channel plus, channel minus. So you can manually set the channel and band. That's something basic that you would require a goggle for you to do. Here you have menu plus minus and an audio video RX button where you switch between the internal video receiver or the external cable feed. External cable feed is here. It's AV in or RX out. So you can have a ground station coming in here, or you can have the video feed from there with RX going out to a DVR. So you can, with like $20 or $30, can have a cable here and mount a little DVR somewhere on the goggles. So you also have the DVR feature. The wearing comfort is kind of similar to the old one, and that's not the best, but it's okay. I mean, it sounds and feels a bit plasticky, and you can adjust this top head strap so that it supports the weight a bit better. But nonetheless, I feel a bit of weight from the goggles resting on my nose, but that may be just my nose. You could modify this, but not as much as with a styrofoam goggle. That's plastic, so you could Dremel out some if this is really annoying. But yeah, it works, and it's kind of comfortable. So it has good and soft foam here as well. Yeah. The Fresnel lens, I think it's better, but I cannot confirm this. At least the image looks way better. Adapters and cables and stuff you get. Connector here, I don't know what it is. This is for the head tracker. You get an additional nose part, nose foam, some 3M tape for the head tracker, I guess. You have this XT62 barrel plug to BEC connector, and also this standard headphone jack to 3 cinch cables. And you get a manual, of course. And there is an additional Fresnel lens, but it's the same strength, so you don't need to change it and try this one out. It's the same, it's just a replacement part. A small plus of this as well is that you get some carrying case out of this box. So next up, we just take a look at the video feed and compare it. That's the image filmed with my phone, resting directly on the foam of the Quanums. You see this green wireless symbol here, that's the RSSI, and you see the voltage of your goggles power as well. And you can move this menu position or this OSD position on the goggles up and down. Show you this. In the menu you have brightness, contrast, color, normal, down, turn. You can zoom 69 or 43. And you can move up and down this menu position wherever you like it. I think it makes sense around here. Yeah, and you could reset it. Now I have the Fresnel lens all the way in the front and now back. So I'm not sure, but it doesn't do a lot for me. So maybe it's for sharpness, I don't know. The really good image from the Quanums. Those are the Quanum Cyclops version 1. This thing has some weird colors. They didn't change the display actually, they just changed drivers for the display. So it's the same display, and the display is not bad, but the color quality was kind of weird. So this is what you get with the version 1 goggles. Now this is the image from the Eachine. I have to switch to, and it's in 16:9 mode. Hold on a second. Going into the menu. Yeah, you see the menu is nicer. And now we're in 4:3. Sometimes it hangs if you change settings, but it's okay. So now we see about the same image that we saw with the Quanums. But you see this thing here. But you see this nose part here. The nose part is just in the way. So maybe if you cut this away. I mean, your eyes look left and right besides it. But sometimes you try to focus on this nose part. The image looks fine here. In my comparisons, I kind of liked the image of the Quanums more than this here. I mean, this is totally the sharper display, and if you view it in 1080p with HDMI in, it is really sharp. But somehow the video image from the analog source is not that sharp. There's these red numbers here, those are the voltage, and on the other side here you see the channel. It's 5740, channel 1 of immersion. Press the scan button. Now he scans. You see in the lower right corner how he scans different frequencies. And I'm gonna see what he finds. Yeah, he once again found the 45, which is not the correct channel. I mean, it could work, but if further away, it will probably not work that well. Go here. I'm in PAL. Page A, B, C. It's page D. Confirm. And here you can switch channels as well. So yeah, the menu needs a bit of getting used to, but it's okay. So now I'm on the correct channel. If I look into there, I have to look down a bit. The optimal position for the display that's in there is 2 or 3 centimeters in the back, 1 inch in the back, and tilted up 5 degrees and removed the nose part. So for Eachine Goggles version 3, that would be my wishes. On my test flights, I found that the sensitivity of this built-in receiver in the Quanum Cyclops must be way better. So it almost felt like a digital kind of stuff. It didn't fade away that fast. It found the channel quite nice, and it was totally, at least for a multicopter, it's totally fine to fly with just this one antenna. And now you can also have an external receiver like my FR632 that I like to use, and hook it up here in the port. Goggles 2 from Eachine. I don't see the advantage of the diversity. I don't see the advantage of HDMI in because I have no use for it. Maybe if you have a Phantom or an Inspire where you want to use HDMI in, that could work, or that works for sure, and you have great image, sharp image. But you cannot use it for the Mavic because the Mavic has no HDMI out. We will have to wait for the DJI goggles then. I tried to get a Google Chromecast HDMI dongle, Wi-Fi to phone, phone screen, mirror. It didn't work. I mean, Chromecast is not the thing to get. There are other HDMI wireless display streaming dongles that might work, but I think it's not worth the farting around with it. I think a standard for these goggles should be a DVR. I'm not sure why they leave it out. It isn't that expensive. Every FPVer should use DVR because it can save you your copter if you find it on the recorded footage. So yeah, that should be included, I think. I mean, it's not nice to have an external box somewhere. I have some more footage of me testing those 2 goggles, and let's see which worked better. Okay guys, I'm gonna fly with the little Vortex, the Eachine Goggles 2. Let's see how I like them. I hope I don't crash. This looks different than the Dominators, and kinda, it's large but also you're farther away. Let's just see how it works. Okay, so there you have your answer. I crashed because I didn't see this branch. Looks fine. Looks fine. Damage almost none. I want to switch to the Cyclops V2. Definitely better. I mean, not sharp either, but really lovely. Greetings. What's with the receiver? It has little to no breakup, which I like. So if I fly there behind branches. Yeah, you saw I crashed with the Eachine goggles. I think what disturbed me the most is the nose part, where you focus on the nose part and then on the screen, and it's disturbing, and I have to cut it away. Not the nose, but the nose part from the goggles. So yeah, hope this helped you. If you need goggles in a low price range, get the Cyclops at the moment. I mean, there are a whole lot of these types of goggles out on the market yet. These are just the newest ones. Okay, so thanks for watching this, guys. Hope it wasn't too long. I mean, it sure was, but what can I do? If you have questions regarding the goggles, please read the info box. I'm sure I put a whole lot of infos to all of the goggles down there, so you can compare them by numbers and by value and so forth. I also put in links there, so it really always makes sense to expand that info box down under my videos, because I put a lot of info down there. Leave me comments if you have questions. I'm in the good position that with my kind of views I can answer each and every comment. So that's nice, and it's a nice touch. If you like the video, share it so others can see it. Tell your friends about RCSchim. I hope my channel grows more. I really enjoy doing these videos for you guys. Thanks for watching. Bye.